Judas and the Black Messiah was directed by Shaka King and stars Lakeith Stanfield, Daniel Kaluuya, Dominic Fishback, Jesse Plemons, Martin Sheen, and amongst a myriad of amazing actors. And this movie is the true story of William O'Neill, an FBI informant who infiltrated the Illinois Black Panther Party in the late 60s and tried to get close to their leader Fred Hampton, played by Kaluuya in this film, and how that eventually led to, and I hope this is not a spoiler in any way, to eventually the raid that killed Fred Hampton when he was only 21 years old. This is a movie that has been doing the rounds for quite some time now. For the last month and a half, I've been seeing reviews and reactions for it online. Some friends of mine have seen the movie, and I've heard nothing but praise for it. I very much like to jump on that bandwagon because this film is outstanding. This is one of the better films that I have seen, and one of the best already of 2021, or is it 2020? I'm not really sure what to count this as because it's going for the Oscars this year, but since the Oscar eligibility is April, does that mean this is 2021? Anyway, the point is, I have seen this movie and I think it's absolutely remarkable. Outstanding direction from King. He absolutely knocks it out of the park. Very intense sequences as well as the more quieter dialogue sequences are directed perfectly. And there is a tension to the film the entire time because you know what it's building to, and the idea of how this whole thing came to be is equal parts riveting as well as incredibly devastating, because there are a lot of moments in this movie where you'll see certain things happen and you can very much equate them to things that are happening even in the current state of society. There's a lot of relevance to this movie in terms of its themes, in the way it shows racism once again, and the film is instrumental in doing those things and making them have a very significant impact. The performances anchor this too. Lakeith Stanfield is phenomenal in this movie, and he is essentially who you're following the entire time, which should not surprise people. And he brings a lot of complexity to his role because even though he's playing an informant to try to sort of also get some things off of his plate, he's also finding himself more and more compelled by the movement, by the party, sort of clouding his judgments on whether or not what they're about to do, the FBI, is it a good idea or not. And Stanfield plays it perfectly. But Daniel Kaluuya in this movie is the one who's gonna get a lot of award nominations, I think, because he is absolutely remarkable in this thing. This might be his best performance to date. He absolutely knocks it out of the park. Really riveting performance from him, and he brings Hampton to life in a very almost immaculate way, actually. Dominic Fishback, however, is gonna walk away as the understated performance of this movie because she is phenomenal in it as well, but she's the one who's going to be like that sort of, MVP, the silent MVP of this entire film. She is phenomenal. Again, I'm repeating my words there, but she really is. Mark Isham's score, gorgeous from beginning to end. The cinematography, absolutely immaculate. There's not a lot of missed steps in this movie. Every single thing works. My only issue is it took a few minutes to get going, like really getting to the swing of things. That's not really a major issue though. It really is minor the more I, think about it. This is a movie that is going to be talked about for a very, very long time. I definitely see the conversations around it for some time definitely taking place. There's a lot to say about it, and the more you yourself, as the viewer, reflect on it, because I watched it several hours ago on HBO Max, and it's still lingering in my head. There are a lot of moments in this movie which give you pause. And when I talked earlier about how there's relevance to today, I'm not saying that lightly. I mean, there are literal moments in this movie which you can apply to stuff that happened several months ago at the BLM protests, and they're extremely gut-wrenching to see. And a lot of that just has to go to the amount of talent on display, the way the story has been told. And there are just so many props to be given to this movie, from its cast to the people who've written, directed, edited, produced, who've brought this whole thing together. This film is quite remarkable, and I can't wait to see it again, and I highly recommend checking it out. It's available on HBO Max, as you know, with the subsequent theater releases. If you get a chance to see it in theaters, let me know what you guys think, or if you're going to see it on HBO Max, let me know what you guys think over there as well. I'm going to give Judas and the Black Messiah a 9.5 out of 10. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Look forward to more reviews very soon. I'm also going to be talking about Willy's Wonderland with Nicolas Cage. Very excited to do that review. I can't wait to talk about that movie. It looks insane. I'm about to watch that in a bit. As always, if you like this, please do subscribe, guys. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys at the movies.